So the VMAs came under fire after the award for Best Hip Hop got announced, a category that included songs like Nokia, Not Like Us, Murdergram Do, Somebody Save Me, 4x4, and What You Know About Me, and the award for Best Hip Hop went to Doechii's Anxiety, and this has since sparked backlash to the point where even casuals are taking part in the roasting session based on the fact that the VMAs led people to believe that this was a fan-voted award.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Now, Doechii has been on quite the streak, all while she battles the industry plant allegations, and looking back, her mixtape Alligator Bites Never Heal took home the Grammys for the Best Rap Album, where she won over the likes of J. Cole's Might Delete Later, Future and Metro's We Don't Trust You, Eminem's The Death of Slim Shady, and Common and Pete Rock's The Auditorium Volume 1. And shortly after the win at the Grammys, the song Anxiety was added to the deluxe version of the mixtape that led to a resurgence for the album on the Billboard Albums chart. And fast forward to the VMAs, unlike the Grammys, the VMAs are fan-voted, and after Anxiety's win, users took to social media to vent. So you're telling me she has more fans that voted for her than Eminem or Kendrick? This is ridiculous, I'm sorry. And personally, I can't wait to see how hip-hop media reacts to this, as if you recall, legacy hip-hop outlets were quite salty when Eminem won the fan-voted awards for Favorite Male Hip-Hop Artist and Favorite Hip-Hop Album at the AMAs, all while they knew about Eminem's huge fan base, and they all knew that it was fan-voted, and they still chose to complain about it. And this time around, most hip-hop fans aren't convinced that Doechii has the fan base to outvote Kendrick and Eminem, so it would be interesting to see how they react to this win, and some have expanded. Travis, M, Drake, Kendrick, and winner Doechii. No way. At MTV, so obvious all votes were fake this year, and this win has pretty much fueled the industry plant allegations that won't go away when it comes to Doechii's rise to fame. She was handpicked, not voted for, one user expanded, while some believe she was the only hip-hop nominee that attended. That's why they gave it to her, laughing emojis. Eminem and Kendrick most likely led the votes, but perhaps it is possible that she earned more votes than the likes of Eminem, Kendrick, Future, and Travis. And jokes aside, it may be a stretch, but it is not completely impossible. But some have concluded, industry plant of death, this song traumatized people into thinking it was somebody that I used to know. But perhaps she'll be able to shake off the industry plant allegations after a couple of more albums, because right now, it is on. She's an industry plant. What do you expect? However, there's also the conversation on if Anxiety is a rap song, as this went super viral. Is Anxiety not a pop song? This is the ish Tyler was talking about at the Grammys a few years back. And I don't know for sure if there was some rapping on Anxiety, I can't remember. And speaking for myself, I can't stand the song, so I'm not about to go find out. But hey, some people believe Anxiety is a bop. I have nothing against Doechii, and maybe her music video was good. Didn't watch it, but there's no rap in that song. It is hip-hop, and we know she doesn't have anywhere near the number of M fans voting. Like, why ask fans to vote at all? And here's a question for you guys before we head to the next point. Do you believe that Doechii got more votes than Eminem, Kendrick, Future, and Travis? Like, maybe Eminem's votes were fragmented, since he had two songs in the same category, but then we got Kendrick's Not Like Us, which makes it hard to believe that she got more votes, although it is not impossible. And moving on to the next point, Masta Ace was recently asked about his influence on Eminem, that some have described as Eminem straight up stealing Masta Ace's flow, and these videos get posted like every other month on social media platforms of Masta Ace rapping.
I'm a sad soul, probably rap till I'm mad hole. Sound worse than Doechii with a bad.
And you'd find comments like, basically ripped his whole style, and even the Doechii commented on one of these. We all stand on the shoulders of those before us, and that Doechii line, damn, laughing emoji. And these videos were brought up in Masta Ace's latest interview.
One of my bros from Delaware State sent me a video of you rapping, and the caption was like, did Eminem steal his flow?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And respectfully, it was similar. Very similar. Now, salute Eminem. This is not a disrespect thing.
It can be.
We've heard him like other folks in the past as well. And again, no disrespect. But have you ever heard that before?
I hear people say that stuff, and I've seen that post, and I don't repost stuff like that because I feel like it is disrespectful, because we as artists, we all feed off of each other. Right. You know, I could play you stuff early before before my first album came out where I sound like Rakim, you know, and so we're all trying to kind of find our way, especially early in the early going, you know. But whatever M ended up doing, he did something completely on another plateau than whatever I did. If I was one of the, because he actually names several people that influenced him when he was coming up. It was Redman, it was Kane, it was
Onyx,
it was G-Rap. I mean, it was a long list. I was just one of those names, and so I don't, you know, I don't put too much energy into those kind of comments because they're not productive. But you know, I respect that brother. He respects me. He's influenced me in ways he probably doesn't even realize as well.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad he took that road.
How so? Real quick though.
Okay.
But how so?
Just the willingness to kind of say stuff that's a little bit outside of what you would expect a rapper to say. Having that courage to just kind of be a little bit further out there, you know, than you know, like when Nas says I went to hell for snuffing Jesus. Like when we heard that, we were like, oh shit, like.
Whoa.
So this is where we go. Okay. So it just opens up minds, and then some of it, the way he kind of put words together, and then the way he made stuff rhyme that you never would have thought to make rhyme.
Right.
Yeah, you know, he said I'm dumb enough to go to a store and steal. I'm dumb enough to go to a store and steal. I'm dumb enough to ask for a date with Lauryn Hill. Fans said something with ignoring skill, but I stand out like a green hat with an orange bill. Like that kind of shit is like, oh, that's next level. Like, okay. And it just energizes you as a writer to go like, let's go there. Let's go there.
And it is crazy because if you weren't part of the Sugar Hill Gang, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five and them, then you certainly got inspired by those before you. And even the first MCs got inspired by other artists outside the genre of hip-hop. This is the way it goes. But God forbid, Eminem, a rapper who's lasted over 25 years at the upper echelons, gets inspired, then he's straight up biting and being a copycat. And Masta Ace's comments sparked reactions like, so true, he rhymed words that you don't think it would go together. Like this video stated in the interview when Ace raps Eminem's rhymes, Lauryn Hill, Orange Bill, and even Lupe Fiasco said something similar about Eminem's Rock Bottom from the Slim Shady LP, how it was so crazy when it dropped before they quote cracked the code of how Eminem was making the words rhyme and all, and some have added, and they needed him to give a rhyme example to understand what he meant when Eminem's influenced and inspired him to go beyond what a rapper used to say. And this is nothing new. J. Cole was heavily inspired by Eminem and Nas, and in the early days, even Cole revealed he sounded just like M. Same with Kendrick Lamar, and even Akon revealed the same thing about Drake when he first got his demo before he was signed, how Drake sounded just like Eminem before he evolved into the Drake we know today.
Shall I go on?
But they are not called Elvis. Eminem is the quote Elvis in 2025, the man who wrote Stan. And moving on, we got Joe Budden with an interesting take on Drake that some have described as Joe Budden backtracking and trying to walk back to the middle of the fence when it comes to Kendrick Lamar versus Drake. Check out the snippet that sparked heated debates. Joe Budden says, without Drake in the music industry, there's no excitement/moment, and dudes ain't making money without him. Drake not being great hurts. It hurts the ecosystem.
Side that, yeah, I'm not feeling any of this music, but Drake not being great hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts the ecosystem.
Yeah.
Like, things are not the way they're supposed to be if he's not great.
What you mean?
Niggas ain't making as much money as they would normally make.
Yeah.
Headache.
Sorry.
Man, I got a headache.
Listen, I follow
The excitement, the moments, everybody having like that art. What did Mos Def call them? Target. Everybody having that store to go to where you could get a song for me, you can get a song for you, you can get a song for you. That's why I don't like that shit that Ice keeps saying about
Scary.
about he's trying to appeal to the kids. Dog, Target got shit for the kids and for adults. And for me.
Yeah.
So
but
we'll see.
Yeah, but if I'm chasing
And Joe Budden is getting dragged for being a hypocrite under the snippet. Same dude said he was so happy it is over for Drake laughing my bum off. And it shouldn't be about the money, but the authenticity and quality of the art form, correct? The numbers shouldn't matter, but as soon as some dudes aren't making as much money as they used to, now we got Joe Budden out here shuffling for Drake. Turns out the numbers really do matter to Joe Budden based on this snippet, which is really flip-floppy if you ask me, compared to how Joe was glad when he was proclaiming that Drake's time at the top was over thanks to Kendrick Lamar, and users are going off. Why does he keep talking about someone that's a corpse and not of the culture? This is scary. So now the industry needs Drake to be great, to be the rising tide that lifts all boats. This is what Joe Budden is saying, correct? And Drake fans have been going off. If that's the new man on top and what the culture is feeling, then how come no one's turning to him for buzz? How come he's not making people money? How come people weren't looking for a verse or track from him for their song of the summer? Why isn't he part of the discussion? Thinking emoji. But Kendrick was a very busy man this summer, and some have added, first off, the new man on top is not obligated to do any of that ish. It only became a narrative when Drake monopolized the industry by being an energy vampire. Now you idiots think the top guy should do what Drake had to do. And now we got theories about Joe Budden's change in tone. Joe is goggling at this point. Shake my head. He gotta be in that lawsuit. This change in tone is nasty work. And that will be all for today. And I'll be looking forward to your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.